Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. Literally, I do that. I like stand on my tippy toes. Hey, aw, I knew I could count on you. I knew it. Hi guys, I am Kimlai and you are watching Chomp on This. Today, James, I really wish you were here because I could really use a glass of vino. But instead, I'm drinking farm fresh water. Okay, so you guys, what I want to show you guys how to make today is an Asian style stuffed pepper, and they're bell peppers. So they're big old peppers like this, and there's green, there's black, purple, there's yellow, there's orange. And they are super, super healthy. Like, they have every vitamin possible. There's K, there's C, there's A, there's E. And the red ones, go figure, actually are the most potent in regards to nutritional value than all the other little colors of the rainbow. And of course, I have these colors, except red. The reds were a little more expensive. And as you guys know, I buy what is on sale. So right now at Super King, you can get 2 pounds for $1 for the green bell peppers. And then of course the multicolored ones like the orange and the yellow are $1.69 per pound. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, my mouse. Oh, that was odd. Okay, you guys. So what we're going to start with is you need to put a pot actually, of water onto the stove, and we're going to get it going because I need to steam these a little bit before we put them in the oven. That's going to cut down a bit on the baking time. So I already have a pot here, and look, you guys. Damn. Okay, I have my little, this is just a silicone steaming tray that you can put inside your pot, and you don't have to worry about scratching your pots. So I'm going to let that come to a boil and get nice and warm. So we'll go ahead and cut the peppers. How's everybody doing today? Is everyone good? Oh, thank you. Do you like my Jane Fonda feathers? Every time I hear it looks like this, I feel like it's back in the day where Jane Fonda, hi Deb, Jane Fonda, you know that feathered hair, and what was that thing? Were those 3 girls? Charlie's Angels. Yeah, so it's that feathery look. My hair's going through a bit of a transition. All right, I'm gonna use the green and I'm gonna use the green and the orange. And, oh, guess what, James? Next week, that wall is coming down. Bam! Oh, yeah. Now I'll have room for someone to actually sit so they can be a part of the show and hang out with me while we cook. Okay, so you're going to start by just cutting off the top. Now, you guys, you can either use these, you can cut them sideways and you'll cut them in halfwise. So there's 2 to fill, or you can use this just like this. It's a great little vessel. Whenever I pick these out, I always lay them flat on my hand and make sure that they stand up just like this, because it's how I know this is how they're going to present as well. And I like them to stand up. I don't want them to be all cocky or like that, you know. So you want to make sure that they stand up straight. So every single one of these passed the hand test. The hand test. Bam. Okay, maybe not that one. That's why we're not using it. So I'm going to use these. I'm going to fill up each one. So we're going to have 2 instead of 4. All right, we're just going to cut off the tops. Now, take a little paring knife and just release the membrane from the pepper. Now, these peppers are not spicy. They're not hot. They tend to actually be kind of sweet and have a great crunch. Releasing the membrane. See that, you guys? Now, I'm going to do my orange one too. They're just so pretty too. You know, I love when A vegetable can not only be eaten, but it also doubles up as like a bowl. You guys, you can put dressings in these and cut up different vegetables and use these as the bowls to hold the dressing. You can put hummus in these. You could put, oh my God, you could put spaghetti sauce in these. I feel like besides just being a bowl, a container to cook with, you can put literally anything in these and it'll taste good. Any leftover. Oh my God, I've got spaghetti and meatballs. Stick them in the bell pepper and bake it a little bit. Oh my God, I've got some meatloaf. Stick it in the bell pepper and bake it a little bit. It's like you can put anything in here. Eggs, bacon, potatoes. I'm telling you. Okay, now these little tops, you guys, just pop out the little stem. All right? Keep this. Do not throw this away. Put it in a Ziploc bag and save it. You can chop it up and add it to your scrambled eggs. You can add it to a vegetable dish that you're making. You can saute it. Don't get rid of these, okay? The little tops. It's going to sit. These on the side. All right. I'm going to take these peppers and stick them in my pot. I'm just going to steam them for like 5 minutes. I just, also when you cook or steam stuff, vegetables, fruits, whatever, not fruits, but vegetables, it brings a lot of the flavor. It releases the flavor. So it brings the flavor to the top. And it gives a little more sweet flavor. I will tell you guys that the more you cook any type of vegetable, you are cooking out the nutritional value. And you don't even have to actually bake the bell peppers. Some people love that crunch. So you can make the mixture, whatever goes inside of it, and already cooked, and just use the bell peppers as little serving vessels. You don't even have to actually bake them. So if you want the full bennies of the bell peppers, you guys, these are super like low in calorie, but if you want the most nutritional value, you want to make sure to eat it raw. All right, now I need to cook up the mixture that's going to go inside the bell peppers. Now this is where we're really getting down to the Asian ingredients, because I'm going to season the meat. I've already turned on my little skillet here. I'm going to add the olive oil, but we are going to season the meat. I don't need to add a whole lot of olive oil because there is so much fat in hamburger meat. I'm using about a pound. It's a little bit under a pound. So while that's heating up, I've got, let me take the sauces. So what I'm gonna cook this in, you guys, is I'm using sesame oil. I am using soy sauce. I'm using hoisin sauce. I'm gonna use chili garlic sauce. It's filled with the Asian sauce goodness. Now you guys remember last week I did a pork marinade. I marinated pork chops with the oyster sauce because we barbecued those. Now this week I'm using the oyster sauce, not the hoisin. No, I'm using hoisin sauce, not the oyster sauce. So it depends on your dish in regards to how you want to use your sauces. Now hoisin sauce, I should probably get the bottle so I stop calling it oyster. Hoisin sauce is thick like oyster sauce, but it is sweeter. Okay, I feel like Giada right now with the way I'm enunciating. It's a little bit sweeter than oyster sauce. And of course, it's made from fermented soybeans where oyster sauce is made from oysters. All right, I want to add, once this gets hot, I want to add some garlic. So we're going to sizzle up. Did I say 5 minutes for the peppers, didn't I? Let me set a little timer. I don't want them to be mushy. Okay, setting a timer for 5. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, 5 minutes. I want to cut up some garlic. I'm going to saute some garlic and ginger first in the pan. Then I'm going to add the meat. Okay. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope it was very productive and everyone's getting off to a good start today, Tuesday. Just gonna smush it a little bit. You guys, if you take it, don't hit it too hard because you're gonna basically smush the crap out of your garlic. just give it a little light tap, and it does release very easily the paper, the thin paper that's around the garlic. Super simple. It's also very sticky. So very lightly, give it a good tap. We're just gonna mince up the garlic. Yeah. Start to smoke it. I love garlic. Woo! Okay. Wish I had a riddle or something. Does anyone have like a joke that they want to tell? Like, I felt so bad the other day. This guy, oh my gosh, it went on for literally a few minutes, and he was going on about this joke, and I was like, I didn't know he was joking, and I thought he was being serious, and then I got a little defensive, and oh my God, he ended up moving his chair away from me, so I went over to him, and I'm like, oh my God, what just happened? He goes, I was joking. It was a joke. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't get jokes, like, at all. Oh my God, I felt so bad. Okay, now, I'm just gonna slice this up. I'm gonna mince it, but right now I'm just gonna slice it in little slices. If you have a sharp knife, remember you guys always work with sharp knives. Let it do the work for you. Okay, so I just sliced them up, and now I'm just gonna mince it. Let my knife do its job. Mince it up. Come back here. Smells yummy. Love the smell of garlic. Don't like how it makes me smell afterwards, but I love to eat it. Yep. Very healthy for you. But see, you just hold the one tip with your left hand, hold the base with your right hand, and just let the knife do its job. Okay, so obviously hi Natalie, nobody has any jokes apparently. A riddle? Something? All right, this is hot. Watch, it's gonna sizzle. Finally, I always say things are gonna sizzle and they just don't sizzle. Okay, so, garlic. You wanna use a vegetable peeler, any kind of peeler. Just get that outer layer off. It's really tough and fibrous. It's not meant to go into the stir fry. The mixture with the garlic. Gotta hurry here. I don't want my garlic to burn. Oh, don't burn, babies. Don't burn. You don't want burnt garlic. You just want it to saute up just a bit. Also gonna mince up the garlic and I can't turn it down. Gotta cook the meat. Mince up your garlic. Garlic, you guys, has lots and lots of health benefits. I honestly don't know how much garlic you have to eat to actually reap the benefits. It's like telling someone to drink a cup of green tea. It's like, I think you have to drink like 10 cups of green tea to really get the benefits. But I guess adding just a little bit doesn't hurt, right? Okay, saute this up just a bit. This is another reason I added a little bit of olive oil is because I need to be able to coat the olives. I need to be able to coat the garlic and the ginger in a little bit of something before I put the meat in. All right. Okay, now, throw this away. Look, I wish, you know what would be amazing? Is like if there was, when people leave comments, it goes ding, 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 like that. So then you know when there's comments. Okay, 5 minutes. That means it is time to take my peppers off. Now, you guys, I'm going to bake these in a glass baking dish, just like this. And I'm letting you know, there's metal and there's glass. If you are going to use metal, you have to adjust the temperature a bit. Metal withstands a higher temperature when you're baking. So depending on whatever you're making, if it calls for you to use a glass pan, use a glass pan. If it tells you to use a metal pan, use a metal pan. There's a reason for that. Okay. These are going directly in the dish that I'm going to bake them in. I'm going to let those cool. See that, you guys? Look at that steam. All right, we're just going to let those cool down just a bit. Now, I need to put my meat in here. Get this going. I'm using about a pound. So remember, even though it seems there's only 2, it's like you have to remember there's half a pound of meat in each pepper. So it's a pretty filling dish. Pretty dish. Well, I guess it is a dish. You are using it as a dish, the green pepper. Okay. Preheat the oven. Don't forget that. Preheat the oven to 350 because we're going to bake these guys to 350. Now I'm just going to combine the garlic and the ginger with the meat, and then I'm going to let it cook for a little bit. Now, once it's cooked, then we're going to add the sauces, and then we're going to add some rice. Now, you guys know when you go to like a Chinese restaurant and they give you extra rice. You always have, rice comes with everything at any Asian restaurant. And sometimes you say, oh, you know what? Like some people that are cutting carbs, I don't want the rice. Take the rice, bring it home with you and stick it in a container and put it in the freezer. You guys, rice freezes up to 6 months. You never know when you're gonna need it. For example, this recipe, day-old rice. Fried rice, day-old rice. You never know. And if you're, I'm doing this a lot. If your freezer is set to 0 degrees, the rice can last indefinitely in your freezer. I took this rice out yesterday, and it's already, I'm gonna let this cook a bit. Look, it is already, well, it's already thawed out, but it's perfect for my dish because it's gonna blend in with all of these flavors. And you guys, there's no bad taste. It doesn't, you don't, oh my God, I'm eating old rice. It's not old rice because technically you froze it. You know what I mean? It's like taking eggs and freezing them. Oh my God. I was trying to like compare the two, but it didn't work. Like, you know when you're 20 and you freeze your eggs and like, so when you're 70, like those eggs are still the same because you froze them back then? That's how it is with rice. Oh my God, I don't know what kind of an analogy that was. Okay. Letting this cook. I need to take something out of the oven. Hold on. All right. Keep cooking this. Now, you guys, all of these sauces, all of the Asian sauces, you can find them at any Asian market. I like to head to at least once a week or every 2 weeks. I like to go over to the San Gabriel area. Or, well, the other area, which is the opposite direction, this is in the LA area. It is called Garden Grove, and a lot of Asians over there as well. That's where my mom's best friends live, over in the Garden Grove area. But I just love going the opposite direction to the San Gabriel area. I don't know why, but I love shopping all the little, the Vietnamese, well, there's Vietnamese, there's Japanese, there's Taiwanese, there's all different kinds of options there for you. Now, if you don't want to go that far, before we add the sauce, you guys, I am going to drain out the grease. So we're going to let this cook a little bit. I'm going to drain it out. If you don't want to go that far, you can like Google Ranch 99 markets, and those markets will have a little bit of everything. But you would need to go to an actual location, the Garden Grove area or the San Gabriel area, to get a wider selection, all right? Okay, now I want to get the grease out of this pan. So, got my little handy dandy, my handy dandy little strainer. I'm just gonna pour over. Just wanna release some of that grease. And let's, all right. Back there. Look at all that extra grease. All right, putting it back into the pan because now I'm gonna add my spices. All right. We're going to use about, okay, I actually wrote this out because I didn't want to do too much. I know I don't usually measure things when I'm telling you guys this stuff. So earlier we had 2 large bell peppers. Okay, 1 really large and 1 medium. Together though, it equals 2 large ones. We did 4 garlic cloves and about a teaspoon of minced ginger. And now I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. Now remember, this is a little sweet, so if you don't want it as sweet, you don't have to add as much. You can do a tablespoon and a half. And then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. You can use light or dark sesame oil, either one. I am going to add a dash of pepper, a dash. Maybe more than a dash. No, this is a dash. This is 4 dashes. And then with the soy sauce, I'm going to do, oh my gosh, I haven't even opened this one yet. Hold on, I have to have a bottle. This is my new bottle. I was researching soy sauces the other day. I know I have a bottle that's already open. Oh, okay. We're going to do a tablespoon of, no, hold on. Yes, 1 tablespoon of the soy sauce. Okay? Now, because I like everything to have a little bit of a kick, I do want to add some red pepper flakes. Spicy. I'm not adding any salt because there's a lot of salt in the hoisin and there's a lot of salt in the soy sauce. So I'm just going to combine all of this together. It smells amazing. So all of these ingredients added to this is just going to, well, it's definitely making it an Asian stuffed bell pepper because of all the spices. You can do Italian stuffed peppers by using Italian spices with your meat. What other? Oh, you could do a Cajun stuffed pepper. You could do a down south stuffed pepper. I don't know, maybe you could like stuff it with okra or some greens or something. You know what I mean? Oh, I heard a beefy beep. Yes, Deb, of course you can use turkey. You can even use ground chicken. You can put anything in these peppers. Ground turkey, you could do ground lamb, you could do ground beef. The options are limitless. All right. See, you can make that. Using the ground turkey actually is going to make it healthier. Well, the beef, it's not like beef is bad for you, but and you could use brown rice instead of white rice. So there's always options, you guys, to make the meal a little healthier, less calories or less fat. All right, now I need to add in about a cup of already cooked rice. You know, at first I was gonna like layer in the rice, like a little bit, a little meat mixture, and then a little bit of rice, and then a little meat mixture. But then I thought there's no point in doing that because the rice isn't gonna have any flavor. And I really want the rice, you know, I want the rice to have some flavor. But you know, sometimes when we make pasta, and say someone is making a pasta who doesn't make pasta a lot, the noodles, even though they're combined with the sauce before it's served to you, it doesn't taste like the two are together. Does that make sense? I think that's, well, and that's why you combine the sauce and the noodle right when you're cooking it, so it's like they have a chance to blend together, so the noodles just don't taste like noodles and the pasta just tastes like pasta. You want them to go, they go together. So I want this rice to also have a ton of flavor. So right now, the meat's already cooked, all the ingredients, all the spices and everything's inside. And I just am combining everything together. So the rice mixed with the meat mixture. This by itself is gonna be delicious. Like, I would put this in a bowl, throw on top some kimchi, and have at it. All right, mixing it all up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. I'm gonna let it sit for just a bit. Oh, yay! Okay, let me get a little pot holder here so it can cool down. Oh, hi guys, how's everybody doing? Here's my check-in. How are we doing? Good on? Oh my God, I'm gonna choke on my water. Hold on. Ooh. Oh wait, what is that? I see a little. There's a thing. Question. Oh, here's a picture of bell peppers, you guys. I was gonna show you this earlier. Oh wait, how do I? Oh my Lord. Okay, we're back. All right. Now we're gonna stuff the bell peppers. So let's just get rid of some things here. Oh, I'm gonna need those. All right. Taking my bell peppers. Got to get a clean board. Look at that. Instant. All right. These are the bell peppers that have already been steamed for about 5 minutes. So now they are softer. See this? Look, a little bit softer, which means I can put them in the oven for about 10 minutes, not like 20 or 25 minutes. Oh, wait. I am gonna layer these though with some cottage cheese. You can use ricotta cheese, you can use regular cheese, you can use cottage cheese. I'm using cottage cheese because it's a little bit healthier and it's bland. So it will still give it that creamy, cheesy flavor without messing up my Asian spices, if you know what I mean. So my first scoop is gonna be the meat mixture. All right. And then I'm gonna do a scoop of the cottage cheese. Oh, I think you guys can use, well, no, I was gonna say like sour cream, but I don't think that would cook very well. The cottage cheese is a great ricotta cheese alternative substitution. We're just gonna stick with that. And then 1 layer of cottage cheese. Then I wanna do another layer. Press it down. Get it in there. There's a lot of little grooves it needs to go into. Another layer. And the other one. Now you guys can use a baking sheet, but because I'm only making 2, I'm using a little loaf pan. Okay, press it in. That. Another layer of cottage cheese. Now I'm just using a teaspoon, so it's not like I'm loading it up with the cottage cheese. It's just to give it a little rich, creamy flavor. And then 1 more layer of the meat mixture. I bet you these are really, you know what? These would be really good raw because you're gonna get that crunch that bell peppers are so known for. Plus it's gonna taste a little bit different. Look it. Yum. All right. Now, let me make sure that I talked to you guys about, oh yeah, dark pan and the glass pans. We did that. Talked about that. Talked about freezing rice. You know, whenever we make fried rice, it's like it's always it's leftover rice. And I don't know why you use day-old rice for things. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the starch in the rice. But it's a great, and some flat noodles, and you have a lasagna. Right? James, you're so silly. We layered it like a lasagna. But you could use it as like, you know what, you can get as creative as you want. You can do whatever you want with these things. But like with the day-old rice, I think that there's something about like the starches or something that maybe that's the reason you use day-old rice. But again, don't forget, you guys, 6 months. Freeze it. Put a little tape on top. Put the date so you know. And then stick it in the freezer. I mean, it'll save you. I'm telling you. You never know when you're going to need it. Oh, speaking of, oh my gosh, that same. I watched this show the other day on Netflix. You got Ali Wong. I think she's one of the writers on, oh God, Fresh Off the Boat. That girl is so hilarious. Like, I almost peed myself. Like, I was laughing so hard. She's Asian, of course. I think she's half Chinese and half Vietnamese. Oh my gosh, you guys, a little like, I mean, some things were a little vulgar, of course, but she was hilarious. Talking about her mom and about keeping things. You never know when you're going to need them. It's so Asian. Hilarious. Okay, now you guys, we're going to put on top of these before we stick them into the oven, we're going to put quail eggs. Now, I wanted to tell you guys, the reason we're using the quail eggs is because they're smaller. they're smaller and they're cuter. But these little puppies, look, I'll show you here. You get them, you purchase them just like this in the container. There's 10. I think there are some that are bigger containers, but all the ones I've seen there's 10 of them. And then this is how cute. Look at how cute they are. Oh my gosh, they look like those little robin eggs that you get in Easter time. And then here it is compared, this one here compared to, oh my God, I'm using my mouse. I think you guys can like see me pointing, and I don't think you can. This is how small it is compared to a medium-sized egg. So believe it or not, you guys, the quail egg is a tad healthier than a chicken egg. And I think you have to eat 5 to 7 of them to equal 1 egg. What else? Let me see. Oh, it tastes just like chicken. I mean, whenever anyone tells me that something tastes like chicken, like, oh, I just had alligator meat. What does it taste like? Oh, it tastes like chicken. It's like everything tastes like chicken. But this little egg literally tastes like a chicken egg. So it doesn't, oh, here's the Benny for you. It doesn't have that stench, that smell, that fart smell that a chicken egg has after you boil them. This one doesn't have a smell, so how's that? Also, you guys, you know how like farmers have, what do you call that? Chicken farms, and they have chickens so they can have eggs. People are I was reading this and I was laughing so hard because I could totally see people doing this. But they now have quail farms, like, say like you are in an apartment or you're in high-rise living and you don't have room for chickens, they literally sell these pens that you can keep your quails in. And what was it? Quail, 300. They lay up to 300 eggs a year. So they push out more eggs than a chicken, but they are smaller. Okay, so back to our bell pepper. Okay, you guys, you're going to put a dent. Oh, I don't want to drop it. They're so delicate. The quail eggs, not the bell peppers. Look at this. Put them there for you guys to see. Okay, so you're going to take your bell pepper and you want to put a dent in the top. Your quail egg needs to go somewhere and not run over the pepper. All right? So just use your thumb. Well, I thought oh my God, really? I'm getting all these little ultimatums from James. It's hilarious. Okay. Got your little divot. Oh my gosh, it could be like our project together. How awesome would that be? Oh, okay, now you're going to take the egg. Okay, again, they're very, very delicate, you guys. So, little tap. There we go. There is no we in quail. Okay, now look at this. Oh, I don't want to break the yolk. So, Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to do it this way so you guys can see. Ooh! Beautiful! All right. One more. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, Did you guys see that? It like totally squirted. Okay, ready? Oh, whoa, ooh, oh, oh, yeah. Oh, so delicate. Delicate little babies. Okay, this is what it's gonna look like, you guys. Ta-da! Look at that. Money shot there, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. Bring this up a bit. Now we're gonna pop these in the oven, and 350, you guys, for about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? So here they go, and I already have 2 ready to go, so let me pull those out. Okay. 15 minutes. I'm going to set the timer, and here are the ones already cooked. Oh, look at it, you guys. See the little egg on top? Oh, come on, cute little quail eggs. It's so funny because I remember when I was younger, it's like the quail, like you always see quails or you see people eating the quails, but I've never thought, and my mom, like we never ate quail eggs. We always used regular eggs. So now it's like, I think they're just so adorable. They are a little bit more expensive. So like 10 of them, it's going to be about $1.20. That's on sale. So here's what it's going to look like. Now for the top, you guys, we're going to plate these. All right. Oh, here, we're going to do it like this. Let's see those. All right. Look at this. Oh, God, it's just so good and yummy. Okay. Now, you're going to put a little bit of cilantro. Okay, I'm going to take a pinch of Himalayan sea salt, not even a pinch, like literally just, I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit on. Himalayan sea salt is a lot saltier than regular salt, so don't overdo it. It's just for the top. And then I do want to add a little bit of this chili garlic sauce. Just like a little drop on top. 1, a little pop of color, and 2, because I want that that little bite at the very top. Okay, just a little bite. Next to the yolk, you don't want to cover up the yellow, the beautiful yellow color. Oh, little pop of color there. And then you're going to chop up some cilantro. Chop up a little bit of cilantro, and it's your garnish on the top. I always grab my herbs, roll them up like that, and you're gonna use like a rocking motion, and just, again, let the knife do its work. A little bit of cilantro on the top. A little bit of cilantro around the plate. Pretty, pretty. Bam! You guys! Okay, so this is the Asian stuffed bell pepper. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You can also, now you can cut them in half. Let me just present it first. And then you can cut them in half, say if you have a few people, or you can just bake more and give each person their own pepper. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you get notifications of every time I do a show. So right now we're doing shows Tuesday and Fridays at 11:30. And make sure this coming Friday to tune in because I'm going to do some sweet potato pie donuts with a brown sugar glaze. And you guys, we're going to top these babies with some marshmallows and some roasted nuts. It's going to be delicious. So thank you guys so much. Have a great Tuesday, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.